What's up, and welcome into the Funshop podcast with Greg and Ronnie. We are streaming to you live from Los Angeles, California. What's up, Greg? How you feeling today?
Yeah, man, feeling good. I'm just, it's getting close to the end of the year, so, it's always a weird time. Everybody's like, kind of like mentally and physically just shutting down, offices are closing, people are getting ready to travel.
Yeah.
December
17th today, episode 24.
24.
Yeah, we're a week out of Christmas. It doesn't feel like Christmassy at all. I haven't.
No.
I mean, I hear the Christmas music. I haven't started playing any myself, so I think that's kind of part of it.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't feel like it's Christmas until I go to Target.
Okay.
And then it feels like Christmas because, there's Christmas music. Everything is like red already, and then you add the green, and there's all that stuff. So,
are you guys decorating? Are you doing the tree and all that stuff?
Yeah, no tree this year. Maybe I think we bought one of those little, those like ceramic trees that were like popular. I think in like the 50s.
Okay.
Like 50s and 60s.
Like they'll break
your grandmother would. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
like
a ceramic with little lights.
Uh-huh.
Like I think the vintage ones ended up becoming really expensive, and so we got one recently, like kind of one of the newer ones that makes it look old, and so probably just set that up.
But it's not like it's like a tabletop thing, right?
Yeah, it's like a lamp.
You don't really put presents under it.
No.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could put a present under it.
Oh no, I'm just trying to get I'm trying to paint a mental picture for myself and for people who might be listening.
I don't really do Christmas like alone, like just with like me and my wife. Like we don't really do, like we don't give each other gifts generally.
Okay, that's the Jewish part of you.
I guess so.
The Jewish part doesn't celebrate Christmas.
No, I mean, look, to me, it's like Christmas is like a kid's holiday.
Yeah,
it's like if I had kids or something, or I had, if I had like,
but
I don't really like have any kids in my life besides my dogs. So.
Yeah, the pets, right?
Yeah, just the pets. So yeah, but look, dude, I'm always, Christmas was like always one of my like favorite times of the year.
Yeah, of course.
I just, especially because like there's just that feeling of like going home and just like kind of hanging out. So I mean that's the best. I like Christmas just generally because everything just sort of like calms down in general.
Yeah. Yeah. I like to think about those people that maybe I guess the bottom line is I feel it makes me feel fortunate that I can enjoy a lot of Christmases when I was growing up. A lot of people maybe didn't have that, so it's always a reminder that for some people it's kind of like more of a not even bittersweet, but kind of like a sad holiday.
Yeah, and I mean this year especially, it's like it's been such a crazy year I think for everybody. It's just it's the middle of the decade. A lot going on. AI's really taken. I think this year was like, I feel like everybody kind of started using AI, like even to the point where it's like, I feel like now when you Google, like their AI comes up first.
Yeah, with the suggestions.
And stuff. So, it's getting to the point where, it's kind of funny because like, I mean, I definitely use it. Like I use it for like my eBay listings or, I mean, the thing about using AI for me with like writing and stuff, it's like I can write, like I already know. I mean, I'm not the best like writer, but I'm okay. But I think with the good thing with me with AI is like I could put something in and then I can, kind of make it so that it's either my voice or it's just very factual. Mm-hmm. Where I'm noticing now a lot of people will use it. Like I'll notice it on Facebook, and you can kind of just tell they're like copying, pasting it right from AI.
Right.
Where there's nothing wrong with that, but it's almost like you're not really. I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining myself correctly, but I think that there's ways that you can use it. And I don't know. Whatever. I don't want to really talk about AI, but I guess just saying this year was definitely a year of AI.
Yeah. Great podcast host.
I know, right?
Talking about something you don't want to talk about.
I don't even want to talk about AI.
I don't know why I started. But you're right. It does feel like it was the year where it like blew up, and it's not just like for fun anymore watching Will Smith like with spaghetti.
Oh yeah,
what I mean?
They keep on showing. I mean, like
it's looking real.
It's looking real. Well, the other thing I've noticed recently, and
sorry to make you keep talking about it.
No, it's fine. Well, it's funny because I think we talked about it a little bit when we had Johnny Ryan on how they used like a very small amount of AI
Right.
in F My Son,
Right.
but it was used in the beginning of the movie, which was like
Right.
a little obvious, which was part of the whole Pervavision thing. And then I think it was used for like in lieu of, digitally animating the little characters.
Uh-huh.
And I remember they got a lot of shit for that. But now I've noticed like more, like I don't know if you noticed, like maybe a couple weeks ago, or it could have even been a week ago, I don't know. Mark Ryden had like made a video with AI
Okay.
and
With-
like
with-
posted it
Like with his style art.
with his art and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I've noticed other artists, and it's funny because I mean, I didn't look at all the comments, but it's hard to attack an artist that's using AI when they can already paint and
Right.
like they're creative.
Right.
So
Right.
there's something to be said about it, and I think that's what people are kind of like sort of realizing towards the end of the year is that like AI is inevitable. It's here to stay. If it's going to get more powerful, it's going to get stronger. It's going to do more things.
Yeah.
And, it's like you either have to kind of learn a way to utilize it in your life or, just kind of, I mean, not get left behind, but I mean, it's just crazy, like how quickly we are going to advance as a species in the next coming years, just from the amount of knowledge that's like at our fingertips.
Advance or decline. I mean, depending on your point of view, but
Well, hopefully, I mean, the hope is that people that there's more people, or at least the majority of people that would use AI for good, but who knows?
you know how the world is, man.
I know, man. I think.
You know how the
Remember,
world
I think I'm thinking. I think they're like watching where we're going. Because I was telling you that, like, I was in Target yesterday, and I was like in front of the pretzel stand for like maybe a few. Like when you're scrolling through like Instagram and you stop on something for a second, and then
Right.
everything becomes that,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So, for more than a second, I stopped to look at like these Dots pretzels, which are those like, flavorful pretzels. And I didn't say anything to myself. I was just looking at them because I was seeing if they had this other pretzel company that I got at Ralph's that were like these vegan braided pretzels.
Okay.
And I was just like curious. I'm like, what flavors does Dots have? And then like an hour later, I'm on my phone and like a Dots ad pops right up.
And you didn't. It wasn't like you said anything out
I
loud.
didn't say
or
anything. I didn't tell anyone. And I was like,
You just
they
thought it.
got to be like, there's got to be some geo tracking or something.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
because it's like, I mean, like maybe it's like, I mean, because like, I think like companies like will, like I was telling you, like, a lot of times the vendors are the one that set up like the aisles and stuff. It's not like necessarily Target.
Okay. Yeah, they pay for the spot.
They pay for the spot, and
better
then-
spots cost more.
Right.
obviously.
And then the distributor, the company comes in and sets it up to make it look all nice. And I'm like, I wonder if they're like putting a little thing underneath or something. I don't know.
those Dots pretzel people, man.
Dots pretzel, man. The pretzel factory.
Yeah, maybe. I think kind of related. Yeah, it is interesting because you were talking about that, and I was telling you how I was kind of tripping out on like time with like I was tripping on how like the past and the future only exist in our mind.
Yeah.
And it's only like the present that's like real and stuff, right?
Right.
And then later on that day at Panda Express, my fortune said something related to that. Live for today, remember yesterday, and plan for tomorrow. I thought that was kind of trippy. So
Yeah, that was a pretty trippy.
it's not just Dots; it's the Panda Express.
Panda Express
they're
too.
sneaking it
They're
into our
right
fortunes.
into the fortune cookies.
Mhm.
I don't know how the hell they do that. Might be AI.
It might be. I mean, we are in the simulation, so it's all kind of like related
Yeah.
somehow. They're tapped in, man.
Yeah. Yeah, everything exists at once, right? Everything everywhere,
everywhere.
all at once.
Yeah, hot dog fingers. Have you ever seen that?
I saw it, but I don't really remember it.
There's a lot going on in it.
Yeah, I probably need to
remember
rewatch it. Yeah, man, but it is crazy that this year is almost over. I mean, it's also crazy because I think we started like right in the middle of the year.
Yeah, July 9th. I don't think. Yeah, it was like halfway point. It seemed like a good time. Did we chat GPT that, or I think I might have checked the Chinese like the horoscope.
Yeah, I think you
thing.
checked some horoscope and we checked Chat GPT, and I think it was like
and that was a good day.
that was a good
Even
day
like
to
for
do it.
Wednesdays, we determined like
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
And it's like the numbers are good. Last episode of the year will be 26, halfway
Yeah.
between the 52.
It's great.
Yeah,
Would love to have 100 subscribers by the end of the year.
I would love 1,000.
I would love 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like as a whole, like 2026, I think need to try to figure out how to hype up and
Yeah,
promote the
I think
podcast a lot more.
2026, the year of the Funshop podcast.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that's what the Wikipedia will say. From 2026 to 2036, Ronnie and Greg crushed the collectible podcast space.
Yeah, maybe,
Maybe.
We gotta,
Maybe.
keep hitting it, keep adding to it. Oh yeah, I don't know if viewers saw it. Dropped a new short today. I guess it kind of involves the weekend. Talk about a weekend wrap up because I had forgotten what we were talking
let's
about
talk
before.
about the weekend.
I went to Pickwick Vintage over at Row downtown LA.
Nice.
I went with you a few months ago when
A few months ago for the Carrots Mishka drop.
at Bestie's Vegan. So I liked it so much. I went down there just to check out the Pickwick because I knew our friend Rude Boy sells down there, so I went to go check it out.
Shout out Rude Boy. He helped me with my my crew hat addiction. I just got a Death Becomes Her crew hat.
Death Becomes Her.
It's a little small, but it works.
It's Bruce Willis, Meryl
Streep, and isn't it Goldie Hawn?
Was it Goldie Hawn? Yeah, I don't remember. I never
I think
seen
it was
that
Goldie
one.
Hawn. Death Becomes Her is good. It's it's like because I remember you asked me if I saw She Devil.
Yeah,
that's a good one. That was like
She Devil's. You need that crew hat.
I need that crew hat.
Yeah. But anyway, Pickwick was great. Like that road downtown, like it just like I try to describe it to people, and it's like it feels like it's little utopia commercial city inside downtown LA.
Yeah, it's an industrial. It's like an industrial, like city.
Yeah, but
it's like a place you would find in a zombie movie. And you'd be like, oh, this is where we got to go to get our supplies, right? Because it'd be like the leftovers. There might be some vegan snacks. Like you find bodega and you find like a pair of shoes and like a zombie's wearing like the
need
new,
a custom hat or something. Yeah, they got a hat shop in there.
Zombie, like all the zombie sneaker, like that was one thing I always liked about Dawn of the Dead because the reason they're
at the mall.
They're at the mall because they explain that like they're going back to something that they're like that they remember from being like a human. It was something that they enjoyed. So maybe like the row, like all the sneakerheads would end up at bodega.
Yeah.
And they'd still be fighting each other in line.
You'd be holding up the vegan snacks.
Yeah, I'd be like, brains. I'd be like, vegan brains.
Tune into the camera.
Yeah, vegan brains.
So walked around a little bit, said what up to Patrick, did some people. It's all like fashion people down there, right? And I didn't even know too much about the show. They have it in New York too? And
I don't know. I know he's been doing it for a while, but I don't really know too much about it. But it seems like it's some big thing. And he's been doing it for years, I feel like, right?
Yeah. There's that one and there's another one. I forgot the name of the other one, but there's a few that I think I've seen him at. I know he's done.
That's someone who I want to have on the podcast next year for sure. Is Patrick?
Yeah, heck yeah.
It was funny because he came by to drop these hats off to me, and I'd mentioned to him I was like, dude, you should be on the podcast. He's like, oh, what do I have to say? And I'm like, bro, like you've been doing the vintage thing for I think he's been doing it for 13 years. I remember he started in New York. He was kind of like at that trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do? He started doing the vintage thing early, and now he has a store. I mean, I think it's a great story. It
is a great story.
It's like
usually when I see him, the topics that we can talk about are like some sports, like F1, and I mean not to get too much into it, but I mean just because you mentioned that like sports and then like sci-fi.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, look, he's been doing it a long time. He's got a really good eye. He's very fair on his pricing, which I think is important.
We'll try to coordinate it. I don't know when the F1 season opens, but maybe for F1 season opener.
No one wants to hear about what you guys have to say about F1. I want to talk about what it's like to start your own vintage business.
We can talk about that, but it's an hour-long show, and we talk about all sorts of things,
dude, nobody cares what you guys think about F1, honestly.
There were 10 teams, and there's an 11th team added next year. It's Cadillac. Cadillac is new F1 team.
When is AMC?
The movies?
No, like the Gremlin.
The Gremlin?
Gremlin F1?
Gremlin F1?
Yeah.
You lost me.
You don't know AMC? American Motor Company? Pacer? You remember like the classic Pacer from like Wayne's World? The blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's AMC.
I didn't know AMC was is that like related to GMC?
I don't know, but they should have a Gremlin in F1.
Oh, jeez.
That'd be so sick.
You ruin everything, man.
No, but that sounds fun. Cadillac, for all the old heads out there.
And they got a couple. They got Sergio Garcia, and I forgot who else is coming out. They got 2 people coming out of retirement to drive for them. So.
Emerald?
Yeah, Emerald Lagasse.
Lagasse.
Anyway, yeah, went to Pickwick, got myself a little eggnog latte, a little croissant.
That sounds good.
Oh, it was delicious.
Croissant.
Hung out, had a cigarette.
Yeah, dude, the row was a fun time, man. I was actually, I think that was like the second time I was there, but it was like the first time I was there that I actually like kind of hung around and stuff.
Oh yeah, we went to that art show before.
Yeah, we went to like the Mark Dean Vecca. He had like an art show at one of the spots. I think it was before
a lot of stuff opened up.
A lot of stuff opened, so it was just like kind of an empty space. Because I don't know. They might have the gallery there, but it might have been in that building where Besties is. I don't remember.
It's in the building next to it, across from the parking lot. But,
and is that still a gallery?
I think so. It wasn't open when I was there,
okay.
but I think that is still there. But yeah, very interesting. I don't know how many eateries are down there, but I think I feel like if they have like some nice restaurants, that might be a good like date place.
Yeah.
If some places were open, strolling around, have a little coffee.
Right.
Maybe I think they do have a sushi place or something in there, because I walked by and I was like, ooh, is this sushi? Seems like a nice place to have like a sushi, sushi.
Yeah, I think I did see a Japanese restaurant there. I don't know. You can Google it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just talking about my experience. And then
I know, but it is a cool little area.
And then Saturday night we did the hit up that Kill Bill whole bloody affair.
Yeah, that was fun. I know. I wanted to see that, and we missed the like 70 millimeter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. But it was good. I mean, and I think like. I mean, dude, I guess I haven't been to a Regal in a while, and I didn't realize how comfortable they were.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a standard. It's rare when you see a theater like without reclining seats these days.
I mean, that was like perfect. It was like there was only 2 other couples. There was like it was kind of funny because the kid was like pretty young.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, damn. I mean, it was cool because I saw R-rated movies that
he
young.
was definitely born after the movie came out. So if he
probably had already seen it.
If you ever saw it, it was definitely at home. Right. Definitely not in the theater. So
and then there was like a couple behind us. And then and if it's still in the theater, you get to see it. It is 4.5 hours, but they did have an intermission, which was like about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Enough for you to like get up,
enough
go to the
time
bathroom.
Go outside, smoke a bowl,
come back in. You're still there, just sitting there watching.
I love that. I mean, I'm pretty familiar with both movies, so it's so cool to see the added stuff in. But it was really, it was kind of impactful to have like the movie kind of end abruptly, and then like right after intermission, it's like chapter 6 right into it.
Yeah, that was cool.
So it did make it seem, even with the little intermission that was needed, it made it feel like one continuous.
Yeah, it didn't feel like 2 separate movies.
Yeah,
like it felt like one.
And I've never watched Kill Bill back to back at home, just because like who's got like 3 hours, 4 hours at home even to do that.
Also, for me, it's like I always liked kung fu movies, but it's only been in the past, let's say like maybe like 10 years that I was like watching more stuff, or like watching Shaw Brothers, or like the other like kind of like, and I can't name the names, but like the other kind of like kung fu that was like inspired by the Shaw Brothers. And so watching that again too, it's like I got so many more references this time than I would have even 20 years ago. Because I mean, there were certain things, but I think now, and then I also realized I was like, I think that's the one cool thing about Quentin Tarantino is he just like takes like the coolest parts from these like old movies and kind of puts them, so it's like, like, I don't know, dude, I still think that scene, the scene in the restaurant where she's like going to see Lucy Liu Cottonmouth. I mean, that just still is such a cool,
the whole bloody fight scene.
Yeah, the whole scene is just like so cool.
Yeah.
That was fun, dude. We had a good that was a good time.
That was good, yeah. Popcorn, caramel popcorn, no cheese popcorn.
No, that was fun.
A little icy.
Yeah.
I felt like crap the next day because I ate the popcorn and the icy, but that's Sunday morning, Rose Bowl.
Yeah, I went to Rose Bowl, like my normal. Dude, it was dead.
Was it?
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I went to Torrance and somebody told me, oh, there's not as many vendors at Torrance because they're selling at Rose Bowl.
Yeah, I mean,
but
look,
when you said what, like vendors or like customers,
it's just
both.
No, vendors, it was kind of normal, but customer wise, it was just there just weren't a lot of customers, and I mean, my buddy Eric and his girlfriend did it, and I know like he usually says she just like always kills it, and it just like he did okay, she did like less than okay, but whatever.
Okay.
And then another dealer had called me today, and he mentioned that it sucked. And I mean, just in general, it just felt like there weren't a lot of people there, and I was there till about 11, which is like 11:30, which is kind of late for me. Yeah, because I get there at like 5:30, so I was there like 6 hours.
Yeah,
so
holy smoke.
you know, so even by, I mean, I guess when I was leaving, there were like, you know, cars coming in, you know, people coming late, but the reality is, you know, most of the action I think at any flea market happens within like, you know, before 10 o'clock, before noon. You know, after that, you're kind of just standing there, and you know, people are coming through, and you know, and you might be lucky to sell something.
You think
here
because it's so close to holiday time, people are already out doing holiday stuff?
Yeah, I guess.
Or is it
but,
just like
you know,
a sign of the economy?
I think it's a little bit of both because,
right?
yeah, last month was a little slow.
Okay.
I mean, December, I think in general is slower for like antiques because, you know, more people I think are like going to the malls and, you know, or they're going to like you know, like the reality is not everybody's, you know, buying antiques, and probably a lot of people are buying stuff online, you know, a lot, you know, so I just think it's, you know, the other thing about Rose Bowl is I just think it's still one of the only flea markets, you know, that charges people to get in. And so I think that's a big turnoff for a lot of people, you know, especially if you want to get there before 9:30.
Yeah, and it is
you
one that
pay $20.
it charges even earlier if we get there early. The only one that other one that really charges is like Long Beach, and that's just $10.
Yeah, well, it's 15, and it's 15 if you want to get in early.
Oh, what's early for Long Beach?
Like 5:30.
Holy smoke! Okay, yeah, I wouldn't go that early. Like we go like around 7,
right?
Yeah, $10, and we're happy.
And then
with that.
Pierce College is $5, but that's kind of
that's right.
Know,
right.
I mean,
but like you got a sticker every time you go there, and they customize the stickers.
Yeah,
mine send. What did mine say last time? Like
antiqueaholic.
Yeah,
it's like something cheesy like that.
Something like that. Oh.
Yeah, Rose Bowl was cool though. I bought way more shit than I needed to buy, but you know, there's like one dealer I was just like kind of like it's like one of those situations where you just have to kind of like fill your box. You know.
Wait, fill.
I mean, like it's one of those situations where it's better to go with a bunch of stuff to get a price, like a pile of stuff, a bundle, rather than just picking up one thing.
Yeah.
But
so it's like I like to do that too, but I need to know a reference point, like how much are each of these things? Because it's like you bundle and you're like, how much? And like if they overcharge for each one, it's going to be astronomical anyway. And it's like, dude,
it's like it's kind of like a learn. You know, you learn it from different vendors. I mean, this in particular vendor, just from going to them, you know, every month, I just know that it's better if you bring a lot,
right?
You know, because. You know, and also, I mean, I always let them look through my stuff, but then it's like the more stuff you got, like they're kind of trying to just like, you know, they're bringing so much stuff, they're just trying to turn it over.
Yeah.
That it's like, are they really going to argue over like, you know, $50 or something?
When you're me, they do.
Yeah,
sometimes.
I mean, I don't know.
I look like money. It happens too.
I mean,
often.
I think it also depends on just like how people are feeling that day. I mean, there's been other times where I think I've been charged more or less. I just think it sort of depends on. It depends on the haul too. You know, like
maybe I'm not coming correct. I need to change my strategy a little bit.
Well, you know me too. It's like I'm buying like stuff like so like all over the place. You know, like I think that's like one of my I think that's one of my like, you know, a bit of like my strong suit is that I know a lot about, or a little bit about a lot, or know about a lot of stuff. But then it's also hard because then it's just like, you know, people are like, you know, I'll tell someone, I might even told you or somebody, I was like, oh, I found this. And they're like, do you have someone to sell that to? And I was like, not particularly, but I know that, you know, I know that somebody would be interested in it if I.
Yeah, I don't think I would ask it like that. Like usually if you show me something weird, I'd be like, I would say something like, why would anyone like that?
Right.
Which is the equivalent of like, you got someone that'll buy that.
Well,
you know?
I mean, I think it's not it's a fair question because, you know, the more you deal, obviously, the more you hope to build a customer base, and, you know, you'd be like, oh, well, this person collects this stuff and this person collects this stuff, so I'm going to buy it when I saw it. But I'm trying to think if there was anything spectacular that I need to talk about. I don't know. It was like one of those things. The other thing too is like a lot of times like you're buying so. For me, I'll be buying so much. People are like, "What'd you find today?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
Yeah.
It's like kind of like when I get back and.
Well, you keep thinking about that. I went to Torrance.
Right.
I went to Torrance on Sunday. Yeah, like I said, one lady that recognized Freddie was like, "Oh, there's less vendors this week because they went to Rose Bowl." But I think there was still a lot. And as far as like toy stuff, like that I was looking for with our buddy Zero, Kevin Zero Fs, and Mark Trap Ninja, they did find like this one vendor had a bunch of like Marvel Legends stuff and like. They were going gaga over some like, McFarlane Metal Gear stuff. And so there was one vendor that had a whole bunch of carded toys.
Yeah.
He was the same guy that had that Emerson, Lake and Palmer Giger print that I told you about. That our buddy Calling Monster Island picked up.
Nice.
So there's some interesting finds there.
Yeah.
But not a whole lot. I didn't buy anything.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't find adult stuff too, so maybe that's related because lately it's been a lot of adult stuff I've been picking up.
Yeah.
None of that.
It's generally I feel like it's harder to find the adult stuff at the flea markets because people don't want to necessarily have it out.
Yeah.
In case kids see it, and then.
But yeah, I can usually tell. Usually they have a little back section or something, but there didn't seem to be a lot of vendors of like that. Caliber. I did
get one thing. I did get some behind the scene photos. I didn't even look up the movie yet, but it's a movie called Jocks.
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 Oh, it's about
I think it's like
sports.
one of those 80s movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I can only imagine. But there's like it's actually kind of funny because there's like this old white guy in the photos with like a naked white woman and naked black woman. And it almost looks like the scene was like they like slept with the principal or something.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'd have to watch it, but
Jocks.
I want to look it up.
Okay, and what exactly? Would you get a screenplay or what?
No, it was just like some behind the scenes photos.
Gotcha.
But,
like production stuff.
Yeah, it just was kind of funny because the photos that kind of sold me on it were like I said, these ones where it was like it looked like these like co-eds were trying to catch the principal like in bed or something because like he looked shocked, but it was cool because they were like it was the kind of stuff that I like the test Polaroids and like just like some like 8x some like 4x6s and just like a film like a what is it like a contact sheet with the different photos and stuff. And
so it was an actual movie that was like released.
Yeah, like it was an actual movie. I just hadn't looked it up yet because I was like I don't know, just thinking about it now.
Probably like cashing in on like Animal House. And
it's like kind of like it was probably like a Skinamax movie.
I love those.
Yeah, where it was just fan. Like like it's a comedy, but there's going to be boobs.
Yeah, late night
antics. Yeah, things like that. So.
I love it. Speaking of late night flicks, did you see the new? I think the new cities for 2026 got released for F My Son.
The new what?
The new cities because it's on tour.
Yeah.
So the new cities for the tour, and I was looking at it because I'm always curious. We had a listener that commented on the Johnny Ryan episode about wishing they would play it in Massachusetts, like around Boston.
And are they?
I kept my eye on it. I didn't see Boston. I looked at cities around here, and I think the closest one here was like Ojai. One that popped up like end of January. I think the 30th. They're showing it in Portland.
That'd be
fun. Didn't see what other cities, but yeah, curious. Yeah, I'm curious where they're going to take it to. I'm curious where else Johnny's going to. But I think they're starting off in Canada, like Toronto.
Yeah, because it was funny because I think we were talking to him. I was telling him how we wish they would release it, like because he said the director like has no plan to screen it to stream it or release it.
Right.
But I was like, it'd be cool if they actually released it as like a boot, like actually had somebody sit in a theater with a VHS recorder and then like dub it from that and actually like release it as like a bootleg. Of the movie.
Yeah, and then they got to do like in tradition of his comic books and stuff to release it in like Japanese and release it in
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Italian,
yeah.
like have these
That'd be
like
fun.
bad dubbed versions of it.
Because like
and
I
stuff.
remember when I'd go visit my brother, like in New York in like the mid '90s or whatever. There was always like you'd be walking around. There was always those guys with the bootleg tapes.
Yeah.
And like my favorite ones were like they'd put it in like a tape box, and instead of because obviously sometimes it was harder to like maybe like print a fake package. So they would just literally take a photo of the poster at the movie theater.
Okay,
And
yeah,
like
and have
print
that as a
it and like put it in. And, once in a while they were good, but generally, I mean, they were literally just like people sitting in a theater.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so you could kind of watch it, but it was like, I don't know. So those are just, I don't know, to me. But as a kid, though, you think it's so cool because you're like, oh, wow,
Yeah.
I can like buy like.
You think those
you
are the
know.
tapes that like wound up going to Ghana, and the ones that they would watch in Ghana were like those like
Those
dubbed
ones.
tapes?
I don't know. It could be.
Because they were all
I mean-
VHS tapes, or maybe they got an actual copy of the VHS. tape.
Yeah, I don't know, but I thought that would be a funny idea. That's what I would do. But yeah, I guess we're talking about little hobby news. Big in the grading hobby. Collectors, the parent company that owns PSA, just like ripe on they just acquired SGC, I think a year ago.
Okay.
And then this year, they just announced the other day they acquired Beckett.
So PSA acquired both those.
Collectors.
Collectors
So Collectors, the
acquired
parent company of PSA,
PSA.
bought Beckett now and SGC.
So they got PSA, SGC, and Beckett,
Beckett.
under the same
under this-
umbrella.
yeah.
But of course, they're going to be like, they're not going to be related. We're not going to change
No,
anything.
I mean-
and then like a few months later, it's like,
Well, they didn't change anything at SGC. So
Okay,
I mean,
okay, yet.
but the volume has decreased tremendously. Beckett was already kind of going down. An interesting thing, I did read an interesting article today, though, that was interesting about it. I sort of read it, skimmed it, but one thing that it brought up was now they also have like the majority of the highest ever sold cards or like highest valued cards,
okay.
which I don't know why it matters that much, but
They have it in their vault.
no, like between Beckett, PSA,
okay.
and SGC, they've graded some of the most expensive cards like in
Okay.
the hobby.
Whoopie-doo.
Yeah, whoopie-doo.
They were the biggest ones, the biggest names that
Yeah.
people wanted to go to.
I mean, the joke. I listened to an emergency podcast. It was like all
like
these sports
breaking news.
Yeah, it was like all these sports guys, sports card
Yeah.
guys talking about it. And I remember somebody said like, and I was like kind of like that's kind of smart. They're like all they have to do is just add upcharges to Beckett.
Yeah.
And make a ton of money because Beckett, they actually, that was like kind of part of their advertising was that, they're like, it's the same price on a $50 card or like a $5,000 card, which
Right.
has kind of been a thing in the hobby. I mean, people are already, there's already this kind of idea is like, does something have to be graded, right? And then with PSA, it's like they're upcharging you, and then people get excited for the upcharge because then that means their card's worth more money. But you're not really, I don't know. It's not, to me, it's just, it doesn't seem right.
At the end of the day, to me, it's all in a bubble anyway, right? If you're not like in the hobby, whatever, like who gives a hoot, right? But I mean,
Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about it.
I know.
It is the hobby.
I'm going into it from that perspective first, right? Or yeah, since it is in the hobby, everyone's got their own preference, right? I mean,
Well, I think
they all
what it-
want it behind plastic, acrylic, or whatever.
Yeah.
They want to grade because everyone wants to feel validated. It goes down to like human emotions, like how we value things and why
Right.
we like things, and
Right.
we want to be appreciated and valued and stuff, and we want our objects and the things we find to be valued like that too, and everyone wants the one that's expensive and rare. Speaking of rare cards, finish that thought and then break open your
Oh yeah. No. But what I was gonna say about it too, though, is like, I don't know. I think you had said, I don't know. I just think that I agree with you, but I just think when a company starts to like how do they, because like, I think the problem, not a problem, but something that becomes inherent with collecting nowadays, and it goes back to even AI, is this idea that the price of something, which sometimes can be very subjective, because of information out there, it almost becomes this situation where you sometimes like you have to grade something if you want to sell it for more money. Certain items,
Right.
where other items, where like, and I've talked about this too, especially because I got into a little bit of the the analog media, like the records and the tapes. But for me, the only value was to slab or encapsulate something that was sealed. Because and the same for like toys and stuff, because with sealed items, and as as a collector, whether like one of the reasons I stopped collecting like action figures was because I was moving a lot, or every time I'd something would fall, it's like if you have the thing and it falls, it like will break open. If you're moving, you pack it and you forget about it, the thing gets bent. So, and then it's like you're not going to put every toy you have send it to like CAS or AFA or something, So anyways, yeah. So speaking of PSA, I did get I am a subscriber to the magazine. And I don't have it here. I have it in the bathroom. But this was interesting because actually we wanted to do this with gas years ago, but that never happened. But I mean, as far as like putting a gas card with the PSA book, it never happened. But I'm glad that they actually, I feel like this might be one of the first ones they've done.
Were there some with Complex? Were there gas cards with Complex?
Yeah, there was gas card with Complex, but those kind of were more like the Sports Illustrated for kids style.
Right. But still. So
yeah, but this was more like what we were thinking, but it's never worked out. So I guess I've only seen ads for it, but I guess Bo Jackson, he made his own card game or something called Battle Arena 2026, and I don't the magazine's in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, you said that already.
Oh,
thanks
okay.
for saying that again.
I just like thinking about my bathroom.
Yeah.
So this popped out, and I was like, F it. Let me wait and see. Maybe I'll open it live. So
yeah, go ahead. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I was gonna say the card insert in the magazine for me started with Wizard magazines, right? I don't even know if it was done before.
I didn't even know if this had one. All right, so I got to do it like how they do it, like with the breakers, right?
Oh gosh, dude, are you showing it to them or you're showing it to yourself? Oh,
no.
Is that? I don't even know what that means. Like, it's Bo Jackson.
Let's see, what is it?
As a Raider.
So it's Battle Arena. Bo Jackson, PSA Magazine Football, 150 power. Yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Probably the
Congratulations.
Probably the base card because that's what I usually get. Also, let me show this real quick. Put it back to the thing. I bought a lot. I put it
real
back.
Good professional podcast.
Professional
podcast. Put it back to the thing.
Put it back to the thing. I bought something. I've been buying this collection of this. It's actually kind of a shame. Some seller on eBay found this ventriloquist like photo album.
Okay.
And instead of selling it as one album, they've been taking it apart and selling it. And I guess theoretically they're probably making more money that way. But I feel like so. Anyways,
so you're holding this wooden cylindrical. It looks like a yo-yo.
I'm hooding so one of the things that came because I ordered
case?
was a little case and I opened it up.
Oh,
and
there's a
glass,
a light bulb?
No, it's a glass eye.
It's a glass eye? Is that a glass eye that could fit in someone's like socket?
No, like a puppet.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned ventriloquist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you'd want to put this in your eye because it's got glass, but
imagine Greg Mishka holding a puppet eyeball.
It's a puppet eyeball and a little wooden box.
Yeah, how appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You found that at the Rose Bowl on Sunday?
No, that came in the mail.
In the mail?
Yeah. I order things online.
I won't say what's on my mind, but that's great that you got that.
I don't know. I just thought it was cool because it wasn't something I was expecting to come with the package.
Yeah.
And so when I opened it up and I saw a little glass eyeball, I got excited.
So I'm trying to think. Espresso Sunday was like football. Didn't really do anything fun Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. No, I'm just scanning through. What else
Why do you?
on?
You just want to talk about what's going on in your life?
No, not at all. I'm trying to think what's relevant. I can talk about what's going on in life off the podcast. I'm trying to think of what's relevant stuff. I mean,
yeah,
because we're kind of wrapping up like Sunday hunt, right?
Oh, well, we were wrapping up PSA, but that's okay.
Oh man,
I think we already wrapped up.
I'm almost 50 years old. For the record. Yeah. You already talking about PSA. You just opened your PSA card.
You know,
No, because you went back to
you
show.
can switch the camera back
because
to
you can.
both of us if you want.
Okay, thanks. Because you went back to the item you got, and for some reason you said you got it in the mail, but I'm still on to like
Yeah,
Sunday,
well, I said in the mail,
know?
and you're like Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday,
yeah,
Sunday.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Hey,
I thought I thought there was like another thing that we were supposed to talk about.
I'm on a Del Taco hangover, I think.
Yeah, no, that was. I mean, we definitely got down some Del Taco. We haven't. Yeah, it was like. Yeah, I guess like because you had come by yesterday and we had some Panda Express.
Oh, don't tell them all the secrets.
That's true. God, we sound like such losers.
Oh, what a surprise! This Chinese guy's eating Chinese food.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like,
we get
in China they just call it food.
Yeah.
That's like the stupidest joke.
It's from Friends.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's from Friends.
Oh, that's why it's stupid.
It's a Chandler Bing.
That's why it's stupid.
Because I remember when they said it, and I was like, we do actually in China Chinese food we just say rice.
Rice.
Yeah, when we're gonna eat, it's like
So like instead of like if
rice.
a server comes, it's like usually it'd be like, oh yeah, like I want a steak, a baked potato, like tofu. You just
that's
go,
different if you're gonna order specifically.
can I help you? Yeah, rice, and they just bring you stuff out.
I'm saying specifically like Chinese food. We
you
don't,
just call it rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll say like Chinese food and like Western food or like Western cuisine. Or,
Yeah, like every time I've gone to China, they'd be like, oh, you want to get Chinese food or like something else?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Chinese food because I'm in China. So it's not, the joke's dumb. That's why the joke is dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm excited for 2026. I think it's going to be a good year for the podcast and in general. We actually, I guess we'll have our first. Are we going to do a Christmas Eve show?
Naturally, because it lands on. I mean, I guess we could talk about it now. Because we do it Wednesdays. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Christmas Eve is on a Wednesday.
Maybe we should do a special Christmas
I got
Eve
nothing
show.
going on, so I'm down to do it.
We'll do a 24-hour podcast waiting for Santa Claus to come.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
I'll get all snuggy in my PJs, get some milk and cookies.
And then I think also Wednesday would fall
Die Hard.
on a...
New Year's Eve.
So we're not going to do...
So okay. I guess we'll also post about it. But so there won't be a Wednesday episode on New Year's Eve. We're going to do it on the 30th, which is a Tuesday. So the last
Mark your
episode of this year
calendars.
will be Tuesday the 30th. But if you want to make it feel like Wednesday, don't listen to it until Wednesday.
Right. Yeah.
Or you can save it. And if we had done it on a Wednesday, I mean, you can listen to it January 1st. 2026.
And
Listen
then,
to us in the future.
And then I think our first guest then for January, I think 6th is going to be Jim Malley from All American Show. So I'm pretty excited about that. What are you laughing at?
Because I was just thinking what Jim Malley might rhyme with.
Right. Yeah, we're doing a little rhyme.
Looking forward to that. That's going to be a great one for beginning of 2026. But bookending that on the other side, we have Mike and Kevin from Toy Depot.
Right. When is that? That's on that Tuesday.
That's on the Tuesday, March 30th. So we're going to have the...
Yeah, go ahead.
March 30th, we're going to have the Toy Depot Geeking Out boys in the Fun Shop. Talking about geeking out, and then we're gonna have Jim Malley on talking about All American.
Right, and we figured out today that the
paper show,
the postcard paper
LA
show,
postcard show
is actually happening at the same time as Geeking Out.
Yeah,
so you'll be there all weekend. I'll be there Friday night, and then I'll be at the. Well, you won't be there Sunday because it's only Friday and Saturday, right?
Yeah, Geeking Out is Friday night and then Saturday. So I'll be at the paper show on Sunday. Not that anyone will, come out. Like the regulars will be there.
Yeah.
There was one fella, I think his name was Matthew. He was at Analog Outlaw, and I had met him at Geeking Out because we were talking about collecting stuff.
I remember that.
But I don't know if what he's looking for is going to be at the paper show. But it's like it's always worth taking a look. Anything
it's going to be
related.
Yeah, it'll be a fun weekend either way because we'll be out. So I'll be out there Friday night up in where's Geeking Out at?
The Holiday Inn in La Mirada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll put the information for that.
Yeah, it's a nice little venue.
Yeah,
they got a nice it's just a nice convention, like a nice little mini convention center.
Yeah.
If you got an EV, they got parking for you. The parking was easy, which I thought was
good.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, obviously the the spots in the front kind of fill up, but then it's like they have that big parking lot in the back, and it's free.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then same for the show in Pasadena, or not Pasadena, Arcadia.
Yeah,
it's at the Masonic Lodge. They do have an early bird where you can get in, I think at 8 o'clock. No, I think it opens at 11, but you can come in as early as 9. I think it's $40 to get in from 9 to 11.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, but then it's free the rest of the weekend. But it's only those like first 2 hours on Saturday
to get those paper
Bro,
grails.
I mean, look, man,
it's worth it. It's worth the $40.
I think so. I mean, you get first dibs to look through everyone's crap. I mean, after I've looked through it, because I'm a dealer.
I'm one of those you won't miss what you don't see. If you miss, you don't know what you don't miss.
Yeah, no, look,
it's only if you know people that were there and it's like, look what I got, and you missed out on it. And it's like,
it's all relative, right? Because it's just like and I feel that sometimes, right? Like if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Yeah. But the early bird gets the worm, right? So there is situations where getting there early gets you first dibs, but it also doesn't mean, because the other thing about that show, as it's people bring boxes of stuff and it's paper and it takes. I mean, so it's like if you collect like photographs, for instance, like snapshots. Remember, there's that one guy Ray, who sets up at the markets, and he tells us that like he has like so much stuff in storage. Like every time he does one of these shows, he brings out new stuff, and like he'll bring out like thousands and thousands and thousands of photos. And so you really have to be dedicated. Yeah. I mean, the thing is you can find amazing images in his stuff, but like you really have to sit there for hours. Right. And so, it's
a passion.
Yeah. Then, something else, I'm actually that next weekend, the 15th and 16th, I think it is.
No, 16th and 17th?
I didn't actually tell you this yet. I'm going to actually go to Phoenix,
Arizona?
For a paper show.
What?
Yeah.
You flying or driving?
Driving.
What's up?
I was going with Bob.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to drive...
No. If you got it planned out, because I mean, honestly, like...
Well, I didn't think you would really want to go.
I just like adventures.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm just down for the adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe I'll go somewhere else. Maybe I don't.
Yeah. Hey, I don't
know. No, that's cool as heck.
Well, it's one of those.
That show.
I think it's just like the Phoenix. I don't know. They just call it the Phoenix show. There might be a name.
Phoenix,
like
our
buddy Ralph Bowman's putting it on, and it's funny because he did it like a very. I hadn't committed to doing the show. Even though the last show he had like asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was just like, I don't know, because I wasn't really thinking. I was like, I don't want to drive. I wasn't assuming you would want to drive. I just was like, and I didn't really even want to know if I was thinking about going. And then my friend Bob called me, and he had gotten a letter from. Like actually got a letter in the mail from Ralph, which was funny.
Letter from the paper show.
No, it was funny because he was just like, it was a letter. I was like, oh, Ralph, what is he? And he just sent me a contract and was like, would love to have you at the show. And I was like, oh man, like maybe I'll do that. And so and then I knew Bob had just bought a new like Jeep. So I was like, well, if you're gonna drive, then he was like, well, I was actually calling to see if you wanted to drive with me, and I'm like. All right, let's do it. Yeah. So I think we're going to leave like Thursday morning because I was like, when are you going to leave? He's like, oh, yeah, because the setup's Thursday. Mm-hmm. So, we'll do the podcast and then we'll probably leave we'll do our podcast. Obviously, I'll be in town for that Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm not even really.
But then that Thursday, I think it's like 5.5 hour drive and setup is Thursday. So we'll probably leave first thing Thursday.
Sick.
So yeah, if you're in Phoenix, I mean, and you're into this stuff, it's like, it should be a fun show. It'll be my first time doing it. It's going to be weird because I don't know what I'm going to bring because I'm going to have to be very since we're driving, not extra careful, but I probably will be definitely more curated than when I do this show. It's like a lot of, when I'm doing the Arcadia show, I'm like a bit curated, but I also bring a lot of just like stuff I want to get rid of.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Phoenix. I haven't been to that area in like maybe over 10 years.
I don't think I've ever been to Phoenix.
I've been to Phoenix for because I'm a New York Giant fan. We went down there to see a Giants Cardinals game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the night before we went
Giants Card. Oh, like
New York Giants, Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were they always called the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew there was a Cardinals football team.
Yeah, but because you don't follow.
Right. I guess. Yeah. I just never heard of them. But yeah, dude. Yeah. So like January's already going to be a busy month.
I won't talk about it too much. I'll just say shout out to the Great Alaskan Bush Company in, I don't know if it's Phoenix or Glendale. It's a strip club. The Great Alaskan Bush
I don't know
Company.
if it's in Glendale or Phoenix.
Or Phoenix. Yeah, it's around that area because like the football game
Oh,
was
you
in
mean
Glendale.
I thought you meant like Glendale, California.
Glendale, Arizona. Yeah.
I was like, how do you not know if it's in this state or a whole other state?
Yeah, there's a lot of different Glendales. It's kind of like a Decatur. Whenever people say Decatur, there's like a Decatur in like every state.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a Paris, Missouri. And a Mexico, Missouri.
okay, have you been to either one?
I've been to Paris.
Oh, okay.
No, it was like that's where we got Sebastian. We went to get him. He was in Paris, Missouri. And I just remember we were driving. It was we had to fly into St. Louis.
All the way. Oh,
We
you
flew into
St.
St. Louis,
Gotcha,
and then we had to
gotcha.
drive to Paris.
I want to say the Cardinals football team was originally in St. Louis too, because it was like St. Louis Cardinals baseball, and they had a football team.
I do. I remember the first thing I saw when we got to St. Louis because we flew in and then we stayed the night in St. Louis because it was like about a 2-hour drive. We're like, it's no point to drive now. We'll just drive in the morning. And I remember we went into like the racetrack or whatever, and the first thing I saw was this dude come in and had a ankle monitor on, and I was like, "Yep, St. Louis."
Yep. Wait, I are they like notorious for like crime or something?
Yeah, I think St. Louis is one of those cities that's a little like it's a rough city. I mean, I think it's up there as far as like, crime statistics.
Yeah.
But it was also like this white dude with dreads, and that was kind of funny because he was just like,
Kansas City and St. Louis are next to each other or near each other. They're in like both in Missouri. This ain't geography class. I can just Google it later.
I don't know. I mean, if you have like a point that you think you're gonna get to,
yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm just having a conversation. All right,
just a brain fart.
Do I have to have a point every time? Yeah.
You don't have to have any points. No point bulletin.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. This coming weekend, what we got going on?
Like this is the last Long Beach of the year. I didn't think there was. It's funny because our friend Randy, he's like, and it was funny because after the last podcast, he shows me like an actual ticket because I think I said last week there was no Long Beach.
Right.
So I apologize to everybody that I misrepresented myself, and at the Funshop podcast, we like to tell the truth, at least as we see it or we know it to be true. And as far as I knew, there was no Long Beach, but Randy proved me wrong. So I'm sorry for Randy. Thank you for continually finding our faults and helping us to be better podcasters.
Sorry misinforming our 6 listeners. All 6 listeners got misinformed.
But no, I actually talked to Randy about getting him on the podcast next year, so everyone can meet. Because I feel like we've talked about him so many times.
Yeah.
I don't think I even know his last name. Just call him Randy.
Tiki.
Randy Tiki?
Is this what we're talking about?
Yeah. Randy, Randy, whose wife owns the toy strop.
The what?
She owns the toy store.
Yeah. No, yeah. I thought you said toaster or something. Yeah. I know
she owns the toaster?
The toy stop.
Toy
stop. Is that what you said? The toy stop?
No, I said the toy store.
The toy store. Okay.
But it's toy stop?
I think so, right? It's Kelly's Toy Stop.
Oh, I don't know. You told me. No, I don't know, dude, because I'd never been to it. I don't even think I knew there were toy shops around until you told me.
Yeah, it's
but it's also like it's an old school thing that's coming back. Like I feel like there's more toy stores, Ratatouille.
It's a really weird area, really interesting. I shouldn't say weird. It's like this little German village area in Huntington Beach.
Yeah,
not far from the Golden West swap meet.
Okay,
and I think it's like right near the Buca de Beppo, right over there off the 405 or 5.
That's your old stomping grounds.
Well, the one in Pasadena was shout out Pasadena.
Buca de Beppo.
Oh gosh, but yeah, like it's like those little German villages, just like a German restaurant in there that they have Oktoberfests and stuff at.
Okay.
It's a nice little area.
Right.
Yeah, the vintage toys there and stuff. So shout out to Serge, our buddy
that
works down there.
So there is a Long Beach this coming weekend. Hopefully it won't rain. I don't know. I don't think it's going to.
Yeah, this weekend, will that be the 21st? Like, it's around then, huh? 20th, 21st? Like,
Yeah.
man, so
No,
close to the
21st.
holidays.
I know, dude.
It's just gonna
like,
come and go like nothing.
I know. It's weird because I know, time is whatever, but I'm so ready for this year to be over. I'm just ready. I mean, look,
I have a whole new perspective on time now, so it's like
I know. I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck,
now.
man.
There's no past or future. It's like there's only now.
Yeah,
So the end of the year doesn't even register.
I need to re-up on my red pill. I think they expire after a number of years.
I told you, like, it was just out of nowhere. I had this revelation yesterday. It was like,
well, that's why you got to watch Deep Space Nine.
I watched Lost in Translation. I'm on
just
a
watch
totally different tip.
Watch Deep Space Nine. That's gonna blow your mind.
Isn't there like 1 million episodes? I'm not trying to.
Dude, just watch. I'm telling you, after you watch the first episode, you're going to be into it because it's going to make. Because the thing is if you're thinking about these type of thoughts, like they just do it in such a good way. Okay. Like the first episode of Deep Space Nine, it's all about how time. I think I told you, like the alien race, they don't understand linear time because, like, to them, there's no beginning or end of time. It just exists. Yeah,
right.
So I don't know. I think it's a good way to sort of like. Where you're like, oh yeah, like I don't know, it's like one of those things too where you kind of realize like, oh man, like these are things that people have been thinking about for a long time.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like if time is relevant to every planet and time is relative to every planet that you're on, right? So it's like if you're not on a planet, like what is time?
Nothing.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
it's on my side.
Oh man,
or is it on your side?
When are we gonna get Neil deGrasse Tyson on the show, man?
Oh man,
I need to pick that brain.
I'd rather get what's his name? Dexter's not Dexter. Who was the guy that would have had the little rat friend? The guy he was like a scientist guy, and he had like a guy that was dressed up as a rat, and then he had the girl.
I don't know, but
it wasn't Bill Nye.
I have a feeling the chat will tell us.
All right, let's see what the chat says. Joe West Coast wants to learn about F1.
What's Beekman?
Beekman's World. No, Beekman's World. Yeah, Beekman. That's what it was. That's who I'd want to have on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Johnny, if you want the Xmas Eve show, we actually wanted you to be on it. So
yeah.
We wanted you to be on it.
We'll retitle it the Kwanzaa Eve show.
Yeah, Xmas Kwanzaa show. Johnny's actually a big Kwanzaa follower. I didn't know if you knew that.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's like his holiday, Kwanzaa.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not Festivus.
I don't think he's ever even watched Seinfeld.
That's from Seinfeld?
Yeah.
I kid. I knew it was from Seinfeld.
Let's see. Redskins, New Year's Eve, New Year, new me, always.
I started because I didn't want to procrastinate. It's always like procrastination and laziness, so I started early already. So
yeah,
that had to do with time and everything. So I'm just viewing time differently.
What do you mean started? What like thinking about your New Year's resolution?
It's like if your New Year's resolution is to like not be lazy and not procrastinate and stuff, you. Like in essence, don't wait till January. Start today,
or
because if that's your, you understand.
I would just say if you mess up, right, you just like, oh no, I meant Chinese New Year. So that gives you like an extra month, right?
Yeah,
or something.
No, but I'm taking it seriously, and a lot of inspirational stuff. People talking about the difference between like motivation and discipline, and it's like. You got to rise to discipline because if you don't reach your goals, like you still fall to your discipline. So at least, hey man, it's December. We're getting close to New Year's. Now is the time.
Hey, I can't believe you're being so thoughtful and you're just.
I woke up early the other day, and on my Instagram scroll is all these inspirational things, and I was just like, oh my gosh! And it's like at 5 a.m, I'm still not completely up, and I'm just like, I don't know, it got to me. So I'm like. I'm starting New Year's, early. There is no time. There's no past or future. There is only now. There's only now.
I don't know if the 3i Atlas is still coming December 19th, but you know what's supposed to be coming December 19th? Dun, dun, dun.
What's a 3i Atlas and what's coming December 19th?
Epstein Files.
I can't wait.
No, it's actually kind of crazy. They I didn't realize it, but yeah, they have to release, the DOJ has to release whatever they have on the Epstein file
I say
by
bring
the
it
19th. On. So maybe, dude, I'm like I'm gonna be like you're gonna see that I'm hip. I'm low key hoping it's the end of the world this month.
Oh, geez.
Well, it's kind of, dude. I mean, look, you got like the three eye atlas, right? You got the Epstein files, which is going to implicate a lot of MFers. That it's already implicated a ton. But if they're going to release everything, I mean, you know, and so maybe like my thought is like the reason why Trump is just being even an extra more of an a-hole this month is like he knows it's the end. So he's like,
do I have enough time?
Do I have
enough time to doomsday prep, or am I too late?
I'm just saying, if you wanted to take a trip now, maybe now's the time to take it. I'll just say that. No, I don't know.
If things are that bad, I'm like, I mean, I want that AR and I want another Glock at least.
Yeah, no, look, you should always be, probably be, up in your war chest or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, look, I mean, I think it's fun, but I mean, like, look, there could be, I think there's still a lot more to come at the end of the year, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was disclosure this year for real, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some crazy stuff comes out with the Epstein files. And I mean, this weekend was horrible. There was like the Bondi Beach, Brown University, Reiner, Rob Reiner getting murdered by his son. I mean, what a crazy weekend.
Thanks
man.
a lot, Greg.
So who knows?
Thanks for taking me there.
So, but so maybe this Friday, something that was kind of interesting. So there's that new Steven Spielberg Alien movie coming out, and there's like this trailer saying like he used like a real extraterrestrial voice in the movie.
Okay.
Hey, disclosure, bro.
Hey, man.
December 19th, 3 Eye Atlas, Jimmy Epstein's files.
What is 3 Eye Atlas?
That's that thing that's been flying in the sky, like coming from some other universe. I think it's like a Draco reptilian ship, and they're going to invade and reclaim the Earth that they inhabited 50,000 years ago.
All right, bring it on. I'm ready.
I'll see you on the dark side of the moon, everybody. Remember to like, subscribe, smash it, comment. Let us what you think about the show.
Yeah,
dude.
Tell a friend, tell a family member.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
If you're gonna see family at holidays.
Yeah, the first thing you should tell your family is like, have you listened to the Funshop podcast? And if they say no, you slap them, and then you bring it up on your phone. You make them subscribe.
Happy holidays, guys.
Peace.
We'll see you next week.
Peace.
3 Eye Atlas.
I always thought it was 3-1 Atlas.